Everyone from Social Work 668. Welcome to week 13. This week we are going to cover cost analysis, cost effectiveness, and pragmatic issues that impact program evaluation. This will also be my very last weekly video for the semester. So we really have made it to the end. So I'm going to finish this week not only with saying goodbye to you, but also kind of giving you a snapshot of what week 14 and 15 are going to look like for this course. So let's get started. Okay, so just to recap, cost effectiveness, cost analysis, pragmatic issues. These are the things that really do impact program evaluation in terms of thinking about feasibility of implementation. So I'm going to really recap maybe the last 2 weeks because I want to give you some feedback and some tips and some just positive reinforcement. So you really survived the quantitative data analysis. Students tend to tell me that that is the most challenging part of this course. And so I just really want to compliment you all on a job well done. Not only did you conquer Excel data analysis, but you've come up with some really great plans in terms of your final, not only measurement, but analysis for your program evaluation assignment. So it was a really busy week. You made it. You did 2 journal entries. And just to recap, the second journal entry was a piece of your final assignment, the program evaluation. So you were really supposed to lay out your analysis plan. For those of you who are still not quite there in terms of where you need to be for an analysis plan, I gave you an exemplar from a previous student. So what I would say is the path of least resistance is you really need to think about doing pre and post measurement using the same scale, or let's say a count for some of you. And some of you are also doing qualitative pre-post analysis. But for those of you who are using scales, I find it gets very complicated when you integrate t-tests and other types of statistical analysis that we just don't have the depth to get into in terms of this class. So really it is perfectly acceptable to look at mean scores of your scale before and after the evaluation. So think about that. Look at the exemplar that I also gave you feedback in for this week's journals. You also reviewed the College Behind Bars documentary and were prompted to answer some questions about what an external evaluation could look like in that setting. So stay tuned for my feedback on that this week. So this session, you are going to learn about cost effectiveness, cost analysis, and pragmatic issues, mainly through a soft chalk assignment. There will be no journal, no discussion board, anything this week. We do have an optional synchronous session, which will be Wednesday, November 16th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will also record that session for those of you who are unable to attend. And also, if you're struggling with your program evaluation assignment and you need some one-on-one attention, I'm happy to set up a meeting with you as well. Okay, so just to quickly go over cost analysis, we really need to thoroughly consider costs because they are essential to your program. So specific examples of what kind of cost issues impact program implementation are provided in the soft chalk lessons. We also want to think about fidelity, meaning, how well or how true we are to implementing, let's say, the evidence-based practice or the program in terms of its conceptualization. We cover a little bit about caveats and nightmares along the way with program implementation, how political issues local issues often come into play. Really the benefits of using internal versus external evaluators. I've really served in both roles, and I find that being an internal evaluator is really nice in the sense that you are intimately involved in the program, but it can also create bias in the sense of you really want to see the program succeed. And sometimes that can lead to some gaps and biases in our understanding of really the truth behind program implementation in terms of, is it really improving outcomes? External evaluators also have their limitations, even though external evaluation is often considered to be really the gold standard of evaluation. However, in my experience of being an external evaluator, I often have some gaps in my understanding of what's really happening on the ground at the organization. So it is better to really have some intimate knowledge of the program, its operations, its complexities, in order to be an effective external evaluator. It's also great, I've found, to have like a liaison who's really working on the research, but is full-time employed at the organization to kind of act like a key informant in the process. And this really does lead us to more culturally responsive practices as well, because we can really try to work on cultural competency to be able to meet the needs of the evaluation and truly understand how the program operates and is situated within the community. Okay, so our rest of the semester, I just wanted to lay this out for you because it is a little confusing in the sense that week 13, the way our calendar fell this week, this is really our last class. So from here on out, we are having an intensive work week, the week of Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. We do not have any required readings that week. The next assignment due is our big final paper, which is our program evaluation. I'm going to take you through that in a minute. And then session 14 is considered to be our very last session because of the way the calendar falls. And that is really just submitting your professional presentations for this final assignment for this course. Okay, so your professional presentations, I'll go through a little bit of my expectations about those in a minute, but it's really also recommendations for organizational and community change embedded in them. Okay, so program evaluation assignment, what are the components of this? I'm actually going to do another video where I am going to walk you through the assignment more in depth, and please come to my synchronous course as well if you'd like to learn more information. But the first part of this should be 3 pages. I really want to emphasize that this assignment, there is no self-plagiarism, in the sense that you have actually completed a lot of these components already through your journals, discussion boards, blogs, etc. Feel free to use anything from your needs assessment to your logic model to your weekly assignments and pull it all together for this assignment. So first, you want to describe the problem or need. Hello, that's from your needs assessment. An overview of the problem and the need. You might already have some of that literature as well. The proposed method or strategy for addressing the problem and need, and then a summary statement. The proposed method or strategy should really be the program that you are, or service that you are implementing. Next, we're going to get to the evaluation plan and methods. This should be around 7 pages. So an estimate, it should really be like a 10 to 12 page assignment. You're going to focus on your evaluation design, your sample, data collection, measurement, and analysis. So these we've all completed through our weekly assignment, and you've had my feedback along the way. Then you're going to talk about your actual evaluation and then some of your conclusions and implications for practice. So this is just a snapshot. Please review the full assignment, which is under the assignments tab in Blackboard, before we go any further, because this is just a real overview. I go into more depth in my video in the assignments tab. And again, we have our synchronous class coming up. So final, really fun presentations for our last assignment. I want you to submit a PowerPoint with audio and notes or an alternative visual medium. That can be YouTube, that can be Panopto, 7 minutes maximum. I am posting the requirements of that assignment, but it's really just taking me through the bullet points of your program evaluation with a focus on implementation, organizational change, etc. And that is due December 5th, right before midnight. All right. I just want to leave you with one final thought, in addition to telling you what a pleasure it has been to work with you all semester long. Your cohort has been the most successful cohort I've ever worked with in terms of getting your work on time, understanding the content of this really challenging course. And I really feel confident that you all have mastered the competencies related to program evaluation. So just wanted to leave you with, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs, and you all have taken the stairs. You've really taken the long road. You've done the work this semester, and I am incredibly proud of you. Thank you so much, Social Work 668. Have a wonderful holiday, and please stay in touch as you complete your final assignments for this course. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.